So now I am starting the unit number 2. So this is the lecture 6 in continuation of the lecture 5. So I have already discussed regarding the various methods for drawing the straight lines as well as the number of curves. So the first method to draw the straight lines and also the curves are based on the symmetrical DDA. Another method is called the simple DDA, and third method is called the Bresenham's algorithm. So in this case, we will use a number of algorithms to draw the straight lines as well as the different curves. So first method among the three is the symmetrical DDA. So what is the symmetrical DDA? Actually, the DDA generates a line from their differential equation. So in this case, we will use the differential equation because we are already aware by the equation of the straight line y is equal to mx plus b, where b is the intercept, or in this case we can say that b is small b, just I am considering. So y is equal to mx plus b. So b is the intercept and this is the constant. So we can build DDAs to draw curves as well as straight lines. So we can use all the methods to draw the straight lines as well as the curves. So what is the simple, or we can say the ordinary differential equation? The equation of a straight line is particularly simple. That is dy over dx is equal to delta y over delta x. We consider dy over dx is equal to delta y over delta x. Okay, where delta y is nothing but the difference of 2 points, that is the y2 minus y1, similarly delta x, x2 minus x1. So we can calculate dy over dx with the help of the initial points and the final points. If we are aware by the end points and the initial point, so we can calculate the slope of the line, where dy over dx is nothing but equal to the m, that is the slope of the line. Okay, so in this case, we consider the slope, that is dy over dx, because we calculate here dy over dx, that is why it is called the differential equation, okay, for the straight line. But what is the method or what is the procedure, how we will proceed to calculate the different values of that? So in case of the symmetrical DDA, first we calculate the derivatives x and y. Okay. In case of the straight line, first derivative constant and proportional to the delta x and delta y. So an infinite precision displays, we could generate a line incrementing delta x and delta y, where x and y, the values of x and y, we can store in the different registers. So these registers are nothing but the temporary registers. So that is, we can save the values of x and y, similarly x1, y1, similarly x2, y2, into different registers. That is called the temporary variables. That is the temporary register. So in case of the symmetrical DDA, we choose a word epsilon is equal to 2 to the power minus m. So this is the way how we will calculate the value of the different parts, that is the delta x or delta y and also x and y, because here we are aware by the values of the x and y, then we have to calculate the different values of delta y. If we are aware by the values of the delta x, then we will calculate delta y, or if we know the values of delta y, then we can calculate the value of delta x. So we use here a formula for the symmetrical DDA, that is epsilon is equal to 2 to the power minus n. Here you can see this is epsilon means very small values, and these small values, or we can say the increment here epsilon is equal to 2 to the power minus n. Okay, and this is equal to 1 over line length estimate. Suppose if anybody is saying that calculate what is the line length estimate, then how we will proceed to calculate the value. First we will calculate the epsilon, and this is equal to 1 over 2 to the power n. And what is the n? I will tell you later how you will proceed to calculate this value, epsilon value. But another thing in this method is either we are using the symmetrical DDA or the simple DDA. First we initialize in the method by 0.5. We add 0.5 to this. Here we use x is equal to x1 plus 0.5. Whatever we have the initial point. Suppose we have the initial point 4 and comma 5. Okay. Here x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5. Then initial value here we will consider as x is equal to 4 plus 0.5. Similarly, y is equal to 5 plus 0.5. That is, x is equal to 4.5 and y is equal to 5.5. Why? Because here we round off our results here. Fractional parts to achieve rounding. So for the rounding of the result, rounding of the value, we use 0.5. So on by using these methods, we will solve one or two numericals so that you can easily understand what is the procedure and what is the methodology. So here we use two values. One is called the integer value, another is called the fractional value. So we use two registers. In one register, we store the integer value, and in another register, we store the value of the fractional part. Then this fractional part rounded off with the value 0.5. So we add initially 0.5 to both the initial value to x as well as to y. So what is the advantage for this arrangement? One advantage of this arrangement is it allows us to detect changes in x and y and hence to avoid plotting the same point twice. Okay, so why we are doing the rounding off? Rounding off actually gives the avoid the plotting the same point. We will not get the same point again and again. So this will again we will check during uh, whenever we are going to solve the problem. Whenever we will solve any numerical, then we will apply all these things. Okay, whether we are getting the points twice, whether the points are repeating or not. Okay, so the overflow indicator generated by the DDA produce the signals. We need to reposition the point that trace out the line. So here we will use the indicator, and indicator add the values again and again. So overflow occurs, and overflow goes to the integer value. So if there is some you can say floating value, then this floating value again added to the integer value. And similarly another part we will get again in the form of the points, that is the fractional part. So in the method of the symmetrical DDA, we use this method. Here you can see 2 to the power n minus 1 less equal to maximum of mod delta x comma delta y less than 2 to the power n. Okay, so just you have to remember this. If we are using, if anybody is saying that draw the straight line, okay, using the points, now the initial points and the end points will be provided to you. Okay, you have initial points of the straight line of the line and the end point of the line. Then by using the symmetrical DDA, draw the straight line. Okay, so if we are using the symmetrical DDA, symmetrical digital differential analyzer, then we will use the equation this 2 to the power n minus 1 less than equal to maximum of mod delta x comma delta y less than 2 to the power n. Okay. Now suppose we have initial point 4 comma 5 and final point, that is the end point 9 comma 10. Now you have to calculate delta x x2 minus x1, that is the end point minus initial point. Okay, final point minus initial point, so you can calculate delta x. Okay, and delta x similarly y2 minus y1, that is the final point minus the initial point of the y, then you can calculate the delta y. Okay, and now mod delta x, if you are getting the negative value, then mod means it will give you the positive value. Okay, so 2 to the power n minus 1 less than equal to maximum of mod delta x, and suppose you are getting here mod delta x is equal to 6 comma and mod delta y is equal to 9. Okay, now it is saying maximum of delta x and delta y. Now you can check yourself. If delta x is greater, that is here you are getting 6 comma 9. Okay, in place of delta y you are getting 9, then 6 comma 9, here we will get in this case 2 to the power n minus 1 less equal to 9. Okay, so in this place we will put here 9 less than 2 to the power n. Okay, now you can calculate the value of n. Here we are getting this value 9, then what should be the value of the n? Tell me. 2 to the power n minus 1 less equal to 9 and less than 2 to the power n, then 2 to the power n, if we will put, now we can check this inequality. Just put 2 to the n is equal to 3 and check 2 to the power 3 means 8. Okay, then 9 is less than 8 or greater than, here you can put 4. Again you put 2 to the power here 4, n is equal to 4, then 16, and here your value is 9, and here again you put, here you will get 3, yani ki 8. 8 less than equal to 9 less equal to 16, so that this inequality will be true if n is equal to 4. Okay, because here this maximum value you are getting 9. Okay, from where you are getting 9, I am saying you have the initial point 4 comma 5, final point 9 comma 10, then you subtract the value, then calculate delta x as x2 minus x1, delta y y2 minus y1, then you have to calculate mod delta x. Mod means if you are getting the negative value, then it will change into the positive value. Okay, so similarly you can replace this one by whatever you are getting the maximum value. Suppose here you are getting 6 comma 9, then you have to put here maximum value of this, then this will be replaced by 9, and then you have to solve this inequality, then you put one time n is equal to 3 and then again put n is equal to 4, then n is equal to 4, it is showing, indicating that it is okay. So here we will get the value of n as 4. Okay, here we will get the n is equal to 4, so that you can check. Now I am saying calculate the, what is the line length estimate, then you can easily calculate now. 1 over 2 to the power n, here n is equal to 4. Now what is the line length estimate here? Epsilon is equal to 1 over line length estimate, and line length estimate is equal to 1 over 2n. This is 1 over line length estimate is equal to 1 over 2n. It means line length estimate is equal to 2 to the power n. Okay, So here line length estimate you will get 2 to the power n, यानी कि 2 to the power 4, 16. So you are getting line length estimate equal to 16. Okay, understand? I hope you are already understood. So that line length estimate will come 16. Now the value of epsilon you can calculate easily in case of the symmetrical. Now you put here n is equal to 4, or by using this you can calculate. So epsilon is equal to 1 over 16. Okay, so epsilon is the small increment to the x, small increment to the y. Okay, so that we can calculate the interval of x as well as y. So here we are getting epsilon is equal to 1 over 16. Now you have to calculate now the value of the initial point. Initial point will be, as I told you, suppose just I am assuming 4 comma 5, it means initial point 4 and 5. After that you will get the point x plus 0.5. So first point will come x plus 0.5, that is the 4.5, and y is equal to, if the value of y is 5, then 5.5. So initially in this method we will add zero point 0.5 to both values. Okay, first we will assign the initial points, after that we will add 0.5 to both the values. Okay, now we have already calculated the value of the epsilon. We got 1 over 16, and then we can calculate 1 over 16, this is equal to 0.0 something value. Okay, now how we will calculate the values? So for that we have to add the fixed quantity to that value, and then with the help of the numerical we can calculate the value of the different points. So we have to calculate epsilon delta x. Okay, epsilon delta x, this will come, suppose initial value of the x is 4, then we will get epsilon delta x is equal to 4 over 16. Similarly, we will calculate epsilon delta y. So whatever the value of the delta y, we will get how? Y2 minus y1, and epsilon delta y will be equal to the, suppose we are getting delta y is equal to 6, then epsilon delta y 6 over 16. Okay, because we have already calculated the value of the epsilon. Epsilon is equal to 1 over 16. So we will calculate value of the epsilon delta x and value of the epsilon delta y. And for getting more number of points, we can add easily. That is, we have to add x for the next point. We will add x plus epsilon delta x, and in the y value y plus epsilon delta y. Now we have already calculated the value of the delta y as well as epsilon delta y. Now we will add again and again, and we will add till we get the final point. Okay, we have already aware by the final point, and this addition we will do till getting the final points. So on this, for the practice, we will do some numerical, then you can understand easily. So after getting those points, we can draw the straight lines, and we will get like this straight line. Even though this graph we will use for the Bresenham algorithm, but we will get like this, such type of straight lines. Okay, digital differential analyzer, here just I am comparing with the Bresenham algorithm. Okay, so digital differential analyzer, left hand side graph plot indicating the different values. So in this case we will get like these values. Okay, so there are few points here, you can see initial point and the final point here, because they started from this side. So initial point and then final point we will get here. So few points will come on this straight line. and there are many points which will not lie directly on this plot. Suppose we are going to prove any practical, suppose Ohm's law, just we are going to prove the Ohm's law, then we are already aware that we will get the straight line. So we consider mostly only those points. With the help of those points, we can draw easily the straight line. So similarly, in this case, we will also get some few points which will never lie on the straight line, and most of the points will lie on the straight line. Then with the help of those points we can draw the straight line. So this is the methodology in case of the symmetrical DDA. Okay, so again now we can see in this figure, in this diagram, and this is taken by the mobile. Now you can see line length estimate, whatever we are talking that time. So in case of the symmetrical DDA, it is equal to the 2 to the power n. We have already calculated. And now we will get such type of graph. Okay. So we will get here initial point. This is the final point, and these points, some of the points will lie over this line, and some of the points will never lie on this line. So ultimately, most of the points are lying over this line. So we will get the straight line. So with the help of symmetrical DDA, we can draw the straight lines, also the number of curves. So we have already talked regarding the integer part and the fractional part. So this is the way which we will use for the symmetrical DDA. Okay. So in case of the symmetrical DDA, we have two parts. One is called the integer part and another is called the fractional part. And this is the way whenever we will add epsilon delta x. Okay, so epsilon delta x, we are already aware the formula of the epsilon. Epsilon is equal to 1 over line length estimate. Okay, epsilon, where is epsilon is the small increment, and this small increment will be equal to the 1 over line length estimate. Okay, and epsilon is equal to 1 over line length estimate, and that is equal to 1 over 2 to the power n. So here initially we will assign 0.5 in both the cases initially, and initially this is for both. Okay, epsilon delta x is equal to 0.5, as well as also this is for this epsilon delta y is equal to 0.5. So initially we will assign by 0.5, and after that we will add epsilon delta x to the value of the x. Here this is whole system, or we can say arrangement for the x value, and this is again the arrangement for y value. Okay, similarly we will get the y value. So we will add initially, this is some point, initial point, and then add 0.5 this value to x. Similarly 0.5 to y value. Okay, and then first we will calculate epsilon delta x, and again we will add to this value. Okay, x plus epsilon delta x, and that is equal to x1. Okay, and again how we will get x2 value? X2 is equal to again x1 plus epsilon delta x. X3 is equal to x2 plus epsilon delta x. And how you are going to calculate the value of epsilon? You are already aware epsilon is equal to 1 over 2 to the power n. Now you can calculate easily various values of the x, x1, x2, x3, x4, and so on till you will get the final points. Okay, add, you are adding again and again. Here you are using the adder. Okay, adder you are using, and this will add till you will get the final points. Okay, so no need to take the help of the final points. Similarly, this portion also will give you the same thing. So earlier you have already seen arrangement for the symmetrical DDA, and another is called the simple DDA. I will also discuss that the simple DDA. But Bresenham's algorithm, it is little bit typical, so that it is not so much easy to understand. Now in this case, with the help of the Bresenham algorithm, we can again draw the simple straight lines, also the different number of curves. Okay, but if we will compare the Bresenham algorithm with the symmetrical DDA and simple DDA. So this will give the quality lines. Bresenham's algorithm will give the quality state lines. Okay, because there are few disadvantages of the symmetrical DDA and also for the simple DDA. Then another algorithm designed by the Bresenham, that is called the Bresenham algorithm. So in this case, we will do a lot of number of iterations, and with the help of these iterations, again we will get the value of x1, x2, x3, x4, and similarly in this case also y1, y2, y3, y4. But the working methodology is different, and we will get the different values of the x and y, and ultimately we will get the straight lines in this case also. So in case of the Bresenham algo, we will use a error term. Okay, that error term is equal to the slope of the line. Okay, here we will use E is equal to delta y over delta x. This is called the error term, and this error term added again and again. Okay, so again, I am going to disturb by the Zoom. You have to connect again after 10 minutes. Okay. So I am also taking your attendance. Otherwise, sometimes maybe it may disturb. So this is the way. This is the procedure. A positive E value. So in this case, we will add the particular value delta y over delta x. This is called the error term, and this is equal to E. E is equal to delta y over delta x, and this term we will add to the value of x as well as to the value of y, and we will check whether we are getting the value of x is positive or negative. Okay, so we will add this term only when if E is equal to positive, then we will add this term to the x, or if E is negative, then we will add this term to the y. Okay, so this is the, you can say, conclusion for the Bresenham algorithm. So we will check the sign of E. E is called the error term, and we have to check whether we are getting the value of E positive or negative. Okay, and accordingly we will increase the value of x or y. So here you can read, therefore the y coordinate is incremented and 1 is subtracted from E. So first we will check this error term, whether we are getting positive or negative. If we are getting positive, then we will add 1 to y value, that is y is equal to y plus 1. Okay, when if we are getting this error term as positive, then we will add y is equal to y plus 1, and again for the new value of E we will subtract 1 from E. Okay, so this is the method. Similarly, if E is negative, then the value of y will be unchanged. We will not add anything to y. Okay, then we will add x is equal to x plus 1. If E is negative, then we will add 1 to the x, and we will get new points again and again and again and again. And ultimately, we will form a table, and with the help of the table, we can draw the straight line. So this is the way. Now you can see the algorithm. Here we are going to define E is real, x, y, delta x, delta y. These are the integers. Then we have to calculate the value of E. E is small e. Okay, so here, due to some problems, it became, because I am changing into the other file structure. So that's why it is E, small e. Small e is equal to delta y over delta x minus 0.5. So this is the initial value of E. E is called the error term. Okay. Now in this case, first we will calculate the value of E, and then we will start the loop, and loop will start I is equal to 1 to delta x to begin. Plot x comma y. So here we will initialize I is equal to, it is a counter and it will start from 1 and it will go up to delta x, value of delta x. Delta x, how we will calculate? X2 minus x1, final point minus initial point, and we will run this loop up to I is equal to 1 to delta x. And then if E is equal to 0, if E is greater than 0, E is greater than 0 means positive value. Okay, positive value, then we will add y is equal to y plus 1. Suppose initial value of x, y is 4. Okay, then y, new value of y becomes y plus 1, that is 5. When E is positive, and from where you are getting E, from here E is equal to delta y over delta x. So this is the method. Okay, now I hope you have already understood, and again we will do some numerical on the next turn, then you can easily understand. Okay, and you can also do some practice for the numerical. I will give you at the end of this unit. Now again change the value of E. So E is equal to E minus 1. And where is the initial value of E? This value. Okay, this value. Again put this value of E here. Now you will get new value of E. E is equal to E minus 1. And now check whether E is positive or negative. If it is negative, then add x is equal to x plus 1. Add 1 to x. And again check the new value of E. Here we will calculate the new value of E. And new value of E is equal to E plus delta y over delta x. And so this is the algorithm. This is the procedure. You will do again and again. And you will get the new points so that you can draw the straight line or curves with the help of the Bresenham algorithm. Now these are the advantages. It is used only integer arithmetic, avoids generating duplicate points. Here we are not getting the duplicate points. Okay. In case of the symmetrical DDA and also simple DDA, we are getting some duplicate points. It also avoids multiplication and division. It is well suited to implementation in hardware. So we can also design in the form of the hardware. Okay, or simple microprocessor. We can implement this. Now this is the algorithm for the symmetrical DDA. Now you can go through this. Okay, how we will increase the value of x and y, and you have already understood about the symmetrical DDA and how we will handle the various numericals. You can also do that. So about the DDA algorithm, it is the simplest algorithm. It is all right. It is very simple, and also it is a faster method for calculating the pixel position. We can also calculate the pixel position easily. So these methods are the faster. And about the Bresenham algorithm, this is not so much faster because we have to calculate. It is the complex procedure, because first we will calculate the value of x and then y, then e, and again we will check whether we are getting the value of e is negative or positive. If we are getting positive value, then y is equal to y plus 1, and if we are getting the negative value, then x is equal to x plus 1, and again change the new value of e is equal to e plus delta y over delta x, and so on. And initial value of e is equal to delta y over delta x minus 0.5. That was the initial value. So disadvantages are floating point arithmetic. Okay, because we will use some division. There is an involvement of the division calculation. So there is a problem will come. And also endpoint accuracy is poor. So where we are using the floating point, then it will create a problem, and also we will not get the accuracy. Now again, this is the algorithm for the method. Here you can see how we will get the different points. So you can calculate. Just here considering a value of x a and y a 0 0. Here the initial point, it is a numerical example. So solve the example. Here the value of x a is equal to 0, y a is the in the suffix. Okay. So don't confuse. So xb final point is equal to b and yb is equal to 6 point. Now you have to calculate the value of dx and then dy and provide assign the value to x and y. Initial here is 0. Okay, then we have to calculate the value of different steps, and then we can um, as per the algorithm, we can calculate all the iterations and we will do all the calculation, form a table, and then we can draw the straight line. So this is the way how we are going to calculate these points, how we are going to assign the initial value and the final value, and we can draw the or we can plot the different points. So this is the result. Ultimately, you will get such type of points here. Okay, so this is the one of the problem. You have to solve this using the symmetrical DDA. So just I am telling you in one or two because the time is going to finish of the Zoom time. So generate a line 10, comma 2, 21, comma 8 here. Okay, so we have to calculate first epsilon. Epsilon is equal to 1 over delta x or delta y. Then delta x is equal to x2 minus x1 like this. Delta y is equal to y2 minus y1 this. And again we will use the